Welcome to a brand new video. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. But anyway, see if I say title and thumbnail, we are back with another Premier League prediction. That is right, this week it is Premier League Game Week 4. In my last prediction video in Game Week 3, I got 1 correct score. That is right guys, 1 correct score out of 10. You know what? Not too bad at all. But anyway, there's some big games this weekend. So, like the video guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. And if you like football, also like this video. But anyway, without further ado, let's get straight in with my Premier League prediction for this week. And also a bit of analysis on each team. Kicking us off on a Friday night, it's Luton versus West Ham. That is right, Luton are back at their home ground, Kenilworth Road, for the first time this season. So yeah, this could really boost Luton's chances of getting a win this season. Their stadium is now up to 10,000, so they've just snuck in with the Premier League rules, so fair play to them right there. But I say, personally guys, I believe Luton were not expecting to get promoted this season. That is why all the stadium took a bit of time to get, you know, redone. So yeah, Luton lost 3-0 to Chelsea at the weekend, and yes, it is no surprise, it is no secret, Luton lack the final quality. That is right guys, their final ball is not great, their lack of crossing is not great, it's poor, the crossing is poor, and yeah, they I don't know, Luton will find it really tough to get a win this season. That is personally my decision and my choice. I believe Luton will find it really hard this season. But yeah, they're up against West Ham, who have just signed Kudus from Ajax for like, what is it, like £40 million? What a signing for West Ham, by the way. They beat Brighton as well, 3-1 at the weekend. To beat Brighton, man, like that is brilliant for West Ham. And yeah, they are sitting on 7 points already. So West Ham have had a great start to the season, and Antonio is looking decent as well. Yes, he's 33 years old, but he's still looking decent. And this new guy coming in, I think it's Kudus from Ajax, that is really going to boost their hopes. James Ward-Prowse is quality, Lucas Paquetá is quality, that Edson Alvarez looks quite decent as well. So West Ham have a very exciting season ahead of them. So that is why guys, I believe West Ham will win this game. I've got West Ham to beat Luton 2-0. Our next game is bottom of the table clash. Both of these teams have 0 points in 3 games. So it is Sheffield United versus Everton. That is right, Sheffield guys only just lost to Man City 2-1. To be fair to them, they fought quite hard. So fair play to Sheffield right there. They've recently signed Cameron Archer from Aston Villa, £80 million. He is a young striker. So you know what? Sheffield are doing business, and if they do get relegated this season, at least they can build and work on the players they've got this season. You know, they brought Harmer, they brought Trusty from Arsenal. I believe Sheffield will be okay in the near future. So yeah, they just lost 2-1 to Man City. They fought a really good battle, so fair play to them right there. But they are still sitting on 0 points. They're up against their 0 points rivals. It is Everton, guys. And I've got to say, Everton are in deep trouble this season. Trust me, they cannot score goals. But they lost 1-0 to Wolves at the weekend. But they have just apparently close to signing Beto Unidis or something for £40 million, and he's like a striker slash winger. So you know what? Could he provide the goals that Everton need? Because Everton are truly lacking a goal scorer, and if they don't sort that out soon, they will find themselves in deep trouble of relegation this season. So guys, I believe the score will be a close one, but I am edging Sheffield United. That is right, because they are at home, and I just believe Sheffield are a better side this season. So that is why I got this game, guys, to end as a close 1-0 win for Sheffield United. Our next game is Brentford versus Bournemouth. That is right. Brentford drew 1-1 to Crystal Palace at the weekend. A fantastic draw for Brentford. Right. I believe they're not in talks with anyone to sign before the transfer window ends. But I could say I could be wrong because anything can happen in the transfer window within a day. As of yet, I don't really know if Brentford are going to strengthen their side until the transfer window closes. But either way, Brentford have a side now where they can work together. You know, they can play together. They know each other in and out and stuff like that. And Thomas Frank get the lads playing to the way he wants to. And I believe Brentford are such a tough side to beat. And they're up against Bournemouth, who lost 2-0 to Spurs at the weekend. Apparently, Bournemouth want to sign Daka from my boys Leicester City, but I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if they can afford him because apparently Leicester want £25 million for Daka, but we'll see what happens with that one. But I don't think Bournemouth as well are looking at anyone apart from him as of yet. So Bournemouth definitely need a striker, and Daka could provide them, you know, 10 goals a season. So if they get him, you know, they've got a good chance of staying up. But yeah, they lost 2-0 to Spurs, and they battled hard, but Spurs was just a bit too good for them. And I believe Brentford will be too good for Bournemouth as well. That is why I've got this game to be a very close game, but a Brentford win. That is right, guys. I've got Brentford to beat Bournemouth 2-1. Our next game is Burnley versus Tottenham Hotspur. That is right. Burnley, guys, lost 3-1 to Aston Villa at the weekend, and they are also a team that remain on 0 points in 2 games. Burnley are finding it tough in the Premier League life again this season. Spurs beat Bournemouth 2-0 at the weekend, and oh boy, they've lost Harry Kane, but they've got James Maddison, guys. Trust me, man. Maddison is the whole playmaker to this Spurs new look side. That is right. He is the most creative player for Spurs. Spurs have missed someone like Maddison for years, and they've finally got someone like Maddison who can pull the strings from anywhere. My only criticism again with Spurs is Richarlison. Okay, Richarlison had a few chances against Bournemouth, but somehow he scuffed the shots and scuffed the chances. But I have heard Spurs are in talks with Nottingham Forest to sign Brennan Johnson. That would be a fantastic signing for Spurs right there. And that could really put Richarlison down in the peaking order a little bit for Spurs. Because Brennan Johnson, guys, he's quick. He's skillful, and that is what Spurs need. Maddison on the ball, he can run through the defence and try and get some goals. Son looks good, Kulusevski looks good, but yeah, like I say, Spurs have got something exciting going on, and I believe it will be an exciting season for you Spurs fans. But anyway, I do have this game to beat another Burnley defeat. That is right, I've got Spurs to beat Burnley 3-1. Our next game is Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Chelsea beat Luton on Friday night 3-0. And what a result for Chelsea right there. Yeah, they played some good football. Yeah, yes, it was against Luton. But Pochettino has got them playing to the way he wants to right now. And Sterling is the most improved player at Chelsea. Because, say, when they signed Sterling last season, the season before, he sort of went off the radar a little bit. He was getting dropped by like Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, and things like that, and he's actually come on now, and he's starting every single game, but it's looking like the Sterling we all know. So fair play to him right there. Sterling looks good. That Nicholas Jackson looks good. Okay, yeah, they've got a good side this season. So I don't know half their players this season. They've signed so many youngsters, so many randomers that I don't even know, but it seems to be working. So fair play for Chelsea right there. But I seen a little stat on the match against Luton. They have spent £1 billion, guys, on players. Okay, £1 billion on players. It is crazy. But anyway, they're up against Nottingham Forest, who went 2-0 up in the first 6 minutes against Man United, and they come back to lose 3-2. So poor loss for Nottingham Forest right there. Like I say, they are about to lose Brennan Johnson, I think, to Spurs. But they're in talks with my Leicester boys to sign Wilfred Ndidi, okay? So, yeah, kind of strange move because I think Ndidi, as much as I love Ndidi for my boys Leicester, I believe he's sort of not the same player he used to be. So, yeah, if you get some money for him, then my boys can rip Nottingham Forest off with the price tag. I'll be even more happier. So, anyway, I believe Chelsea will be too strong for Nottingham Forest. That is why I've got Chelsea to beat Forest, an easy 2-0. Next up, it's Man City versus Fulham. Man City just beat Sheffield United 2-1 on Sunday night. That is right. That was such a close game. Yes, I thought, Sheffield battled hard with the champions Man City. And yes, with the quality Man City have, it was just a matter of time until they found a guy. And what a strike from Rodri again. By the way, Rodri has come on drastically in scoring goals this season. Because Rodri was not a player that was known for scoring goals, but he's now scoring goals. So that makes him the complete player, okay? Fantastic player. Haaland missed a penalty, but he come back and scored. So yeah, Sheffield battled hard, but the champions Man City came out strong. We'll just now grind it out and do what they normally do. Just win. They are against Fulham, who drew to Arsenal. A fantastic point for Fulham right there. They played some good football. They never gave up. They wanted the ball. They wanted to win. And that's all you can ask for from Fulham. They are also about to sign another player from my boys. What's happening at Leicester, man? They are about to sign Timothy Castagne from Leicester, the right back, the left back, for about £50 million, I think it is. So, yeah, he is a Belgian international, and he will no doubt strengthen that Fulham side. But they're up against Man City, so I only have one choice to make during this game. I've got Man City, guys, to beat Fulham an easy 3-0. Our next game could be the game of the weekend. It is Brighton versus Newcastle. That is right, guys. Brighton lost 3-1 to West Ham at the weekend, okay? And yes, again, Brighton always seem to do this. They always seem to do well, and then they lose quite badly. Then they start to do well again. Because I remember last year when they played Everton and lost 5-0 to Everton last season. It's just mental. But yeah, Brighton are coming out from a loss against West Ham, and they are up against Newcastle. Oh man, it was more than likely about to win, okay? Liverpool brought on Darwin Núñez, and the story just goes from there. Yes, Newcastle lost 2-1 to Liverpool, and yeah, they've lost two now. They lost to Man City and also Liverpool. So, have teams finally worked out Newcastle? We shall find out. That is the topic of today's video. Are Newcastle being found out from teams now on how they play? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do you think Newcastle need to change their game plan up a little bit to confuse the teams, or do you think they are safe? I just can't see it happening. Both teams will want to come out. Both teams will want to fight. But I believe this game will be quite a tight game. That is why I've got this game to end as a 1-1 draw. Our next game is Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Crystal Palace drew to Brentford at the weekend. A fantastic point for Crystal Palace right there. Trust me, man. Crystal Palace are such a underrated side. They seem to do quite well. Yeah, they seem to survive in the Premier League every single year. So, you know what? Rodson has got one more year left on his contract, and so far, he's done quite well for the team. The team have done quite well as well. They've kept Eze, they've kept Elise. They're also right now about to sign a new goalkeeper in Dean Henderson. That is right. I believe Chelsea didn't really need a goalkeeper. They've already got Sam Johnston, who is as good as Dean Henderson. So I don't know. Overall, a very good signing, but I personally believe they need to work on getting another striker in. Okay, Palace need a striker. They need a right winger. They need another new centre mid and also a new right back. They've got right backs on Joel Ward, Klein, who are both getting on a bit right now, so they need to buy a new right back. But anyway, they are up against Wolves, who beat Everton 1-0. A fantastic win for Wolves right there, okay? Fantastic win. Beating their lower rivals to get that win. It's such a good result. Man City have opened talks with their star man, Nunes. That is right. Nunes, is it? Mateus Nunes. See what happens with that. Man City coming for you. It's always going to be quite tough. But they have still not resolved their striking issue. They definitely need a new striker, but I can't see any news anywhere of them buying a new striker. But that is one thing they need for this season. I do have Palace to win this game. That is right. I just believe Palace will be too strong for Wolves. That is why I got Palace to beat Wolves. A close 1-0. We are down to the final 2 games of this game week, and then it's the international break. What the international break, man? We hate the international break. But anyway, it is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Liverpool, guys, they beat Newcastle 2-1. They went down to 10 men, losing Van Dijk in the first half. And I thought, damn, Liverpool are going to get hammered right here. The last 15 minutes, Klopp brings on Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, and Jota. They all changed the game for them right there. They come back and won 2-1. Darwin Núñez with 2 fantastic finishes. Núñez has a bit of a reputation of scuffing the shots, but oh boy, he made sure he got that win for Liverpool yesterday. So fantastic win for Liverpool right there. They looked down and out. First half they looked awful, but second half they just granted their time. For the last 15 minutes they went through it and they got their reward. So fair play for them right there. They're up against Aston Villa, who beat Burnley 3-1, and they are looking fantastic. Yes, they lost 5-1 to Newcastle the first game of the season, but they have come out now and done much better. They won 3-1 against Burnley and also 4-0 against Everton. So guys, Aston Villa are full of confidence right now. Ollie Watkins is not scoring, but he's setting up goals. Diaby is scoring goals. It seemed to be quite tight in defence. Matty Cash with 2 great goals yesterday for Aston Villa against Burnley. So you know what? Yes, Aston Villa are full of confidence right now, and this could be a fantastic game to watch. That win against Newcastle will really boost Liverpool's confidence, and that's why I got Liverpool to beat Aston Villa. A very close game though, indeed. Very close game indeed. I got Liverpool to beat Villa, a close 2-1. We are down to the final game of this game week 4 game week. It is Arsenal versus Man United. That is right. Arsenal drew 2-2 to Fulham. Arsenal went 1-0 down to come back to 2-1, but Fulham found that last goal to get that draw. So yeah, not a very good point for Arsenal right there. They dropped 2 points against a Fulham side, but yeah, so it's better than losing. Kai Havertz, what is happening with him? He looks so like, you know, he looks lazy. He just got I seen a little clip online. Declan Rice apparently went mental at Havertz during this Fulham game because apparently he wasn't working hard enough. So yeah, again, that is Kai Havertz's trouble. He just doesn't seem to want to be at places, and that is why he's not been successful at these teams. But yeah, they're up against Man United, who come back 2-0 down. That is right, guys. Man United were 2-0 down against Nottingham Forest in the first 6 minutes, and they come back to win 3-2. So fantastic win for Man United right there. But again, I said to you last week, Man United definitely need a new CDM. Yeah, they are lacking that big time. But will they get one before the transfer window closes? I don't think they will. I don't think they will, guys. I think the team they've got now is the team they'll have for this season. So shame really, but yeah, their midfield is so open in defence, and that's why they're letting in so many goals this season already. But I believe this game will be quite a close and tight game. That is why I got this game to end as a draw. That is right, guys. I've got this game to be quite a boring game. I've got this game to end as a 1-1 draw. And there we have it then, guys. That is my Game Week 4 prediction complete. Do you agree with any of my decisions and opinions? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you're a football fan, like this goddamn video. And yeah, man, there's some good games this week. Unfortunately, this is the last one for the week, because obviously next week it is the bloody international break, and we hate the international break. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. Like I say, if you agree with any of my predictions, let me know down below in the comments and write down your scores for this week, okay? But anyway, thanks for watching today's video. Next week for a brand new video. Good, and good night.